Tonight, friends of Nathaniel Jewett tell us he was a troubled kid who was going to church to work out his issues.
We spoke to his girlfriend today, who says she was talking to him yesterday and nothing seemed wrong. Then just minutes before the shooting spree at the library, he fired off a chilling text message. News 13's Marissa Lucetto joins us live from Clovis. Marissa?
That's right, Dean. Jess, just about 10 minutes before police say Nathaniel opened fire inside the library. His girlfriend, who we're not naming at this time, says a friend received a picture message of Nathaniel inside the library with a message underneath that read, quote, "It begins." Now, Nathaniel's girlfriend tells us he was at home all day yesterday, serving out a suspension after he got into a fight with another boy from school on Friday. Her father, David Stevens, is also the pastor at Living Word Church of God and says Nathaniel has been coming to church here for the last 4 months. As she tells us, Nathaniel's recently been bullied at school, but says he's never talked about hurting anyone. David Stevens tells us the teen was even baptized a few months back, and on that day told people at church that he had a tough childhood, but the family wouldn't elaborate more.
He was working that out at church. His dad started coming to church with him. I never dreamed he was capable of doing something like this. But our prayers go out to the families and the victims, and that's all. I mean, what can you say to them?
Nathaniel's girlfriend says he was going to see a counselor in the last few months about the bullying, but says he stopped because he felt it wasn't working. Nathaniel's girlfriend tells us the last time she saw him was Sunday evening, and that was at church. She says she was supposed to pick him up yesterday after she got out of school, but that he canceled within the last couple minutes within that shooting. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Marissa. The teenagers' classmates at Clovis High School are still trying to wrap their heads around what happened. News 13's Allison Martinez spoke to students as they arrived this morning, and the shock set in. Allison?
Jessica, Clovis is a small city with only one public high school. Most of the students I spoke to either knew Nathaniel Jewett or at least they recognized him. Students were overcome with questions as they entered the halls of Clovis High School this morning. Their classmate, 16-year-old Nathaniel Jewett, is facing 2 counts of first-degree murder and other charges. This morning, we saw heightened police presence at all Clovis schools. Officers say while there's no credible threats to the school, their first priority is safety. Cops surrounded the building, and over the PA system, we heard words of reassurance and comfort as counselors were on hand for anyone who wanted to talk about what the school was calling the incident. Students also tell us Nathaniel got into a fight on Friday and was suspended from school.
These kids started talking bad stuff to each other, and then they started fighting, and then the teachers just separated them.
The question on everyone's mind is what drove him to the shooting and why the library. Police say they're still looking for a motive.
Something had to push him that far to make him do that.
I don't know what made him do that, but it's really sad, to be honest.
Police tell us they'll continue increased presence at the schools as long as necessary. Back to you.
All right, Allison, thank you. Social media is giving us a close look into Nathaniel Jewett's life. Just a month ago, it shows he was trying to get his life straight. News 13's Rebecca Atkins is live in the Newsplex with what he was posting online. Rebecca?
Well, Dean, it's no surprise teens share nearly every detail of their life online, but social media is painting a very clear picture that there were some major signs for concern leading up to the shooting. Now, Nathaniel Jewett was active on social media. These images fill his Facebook page, and dozens others are on his girlfriend's page. She constantly posts about the two, stating they started dating in May. Now, days before the shooting, she shared this quote about helping make her boyfriend a better person, even tagging Jewett in the post. And in July, she shared this post thanking people for prayers after Jewett had gone missing for a night. The two went to Living Word Church, where his girlfriend's father was the pastor. Just a month ago, the church posted a video of Jewett being baptized. Here's what he told the pastor just before the ceremony.
Anything you want to say before we baptize him?
I hope this works.
Now, the pastor went on to say the baptism symbolized Jewett making a change in his life, but people have also taken to social media expressing their anger towards him, saying the library should be a safe place for people to visit. Now, the Living Word Church also took to social media today, saying this is a time for prayers for Clovis. They're also holding a prayer vigil tomorrow night at 6:30. Dean, back to you.
All right, Rebecca, thank you. We will, of course, continue to bring you the very latest developments from Clovis, both on air and online at krqe.com.